So what if you have a really expensive part, really valuable, and you're shipping it to the customer, and you're concerned that it's going to come back because of scratches that have happened in handling somewhere along the way? Well, a lot of times people will actually use a savvy inspector to document the quality of a surface prior to shipment. And the way they do that is they would go ahead and inspect 100% of the area of the part. You're not going to do this on commercial parts, but on a really expensive infrared lens or a expensive optic for a laser application, it may make sense to do that. So here's how that would work. I've got my part already loaded onto the Savvy Inspector, and I put it up in the upper left-hand quadrant. Now this particular part is about 25 millimeters in diameter. So I can see the upper left-hand corner. I can see that there's a little bit of dust, but certainly nothing that would cause this part to be rejected. I go ahead and create an inspection file, and I enter in whatever information I want for this particular file, maybe the part name or the project or even the customer name. And some information about the part. And I go ahead and go into the upper left-hand corner. I would zero the encoder and hit Save Data, and that grabs that screenshot. Now, there's no data per se because there's no scratch or dig that's actually being looked at. But you can see the entire 9x12 area of the part, and you can see that it's imperfection free. Then you go ahead and slide it over, and you know that the field of view is 9x12, so if you slide it over by 12 millimeters, you know, you've just shifted it over by one field of view. So you go one field of view, zero the encoder again, hit Save Data, and I might enter a little information about each of the quadrants, maybe quadrant 1, quadrant 2, something like that. Then I would go down to the next row, Save Data again, page across, go 12 millimeters, Save Data, zero the encoders, go over 12 millimeters again. Now in this case, the part isn't that big, so I just go to the edge, Save Data, zero the encoder, go down for my last pass, Save Data, page across, Save Data, and get my last shot. Save Data. There we go. And then I would go ahead and close that inspection file. And what I've done is now I've documented the entire surface prior to shipment. Now the best way to do this is actually to have it put into its packing container, ready to go out the door. That isn't always possible with transmissive parts, but with mirrors and reflective parts, where you have a lot more of these kinds of problems, it actually is completely possible. So then you could actually queue up your parts right there in the tray, do a final inspection and document their surface quality all at once, put on the box lid and ship it off.